I think it's underutilized. I think this is a hero that we might see getting picked more when we see people just relying on cores to be the disablers. Because again, just like we saw in the last series, AA Phoenix, there's no disables on supports. I feel like that's when Ember Spirit can really thrive. So I'm going to be looking at Noah a lot this game, seeing what he's able to accomplish. Also, some tough ways for him to break the Flame Guard, right? Just their overall magic damage. He can play around it pretty decently. I feel unless he gets like completely connected by Void Spirit styles, he might be able to play around it. If he can get to backlines as this Ember, snipe the supports easily, I could see some good stuff from Gambit. However, I do like the Sven pick a lot, Dyrachyo. I think Sven versus ET all across the game is going to be pretty problematic. Same thing versus the Juggernaut. I think this is the big one to watch for Winstrike.
Sure. No, just the core matchups. I mean, does it ever really feel good playing Jug into Sven, or is kind of the whole game rough?
As long as you're able to slow him down and you're just playing fast, that's the thing. It's like it can go both ways as long as you're just not letting the Sven really farm those stacks. If he just starts farming stacks, he gets ahead of you, Jug's gonna have some big problems. They're gonna have some damage issues for sure.
Let's see if we get any early catch here around the runes, but it doesn't look like Monaco Gambit will head down to the bottom ones to contest.
I'm happy to see Witch Doctor too. Dude, I never see Witch Doctor. I feel like this hero's like disappeared from a lot of teams, but I'm thankful to see it. I don't know how well it's going to actually do, but I'm thankful to see it because I'm seeing so much of these like super tanky offlaners, the Centaurs going Vanguards. Like you can actually do really well with Maledict to zone them out, especially if you have a hero like Jug to zone. We'll see how that ends up going down.
I mean, is it, as you said, not necessarily one of the most popular supports at the moment. Is there something that AS Monaco Gambit's lineup is lacking because they have a Witch Doctor instead of one of those more meta support heroes?
They are lacking a bit of catch, but I think that's why they went for that Ember. The Ember will give them that good chase potential, a good catch that the Witch Doctor and Io might lack in some situations. Because they're also quite frail on their two supports. They don't really provide crazy team fight either. You look at the supports from Winstrike, just Phoenix alone provides more team fight than both supports overall from Gambit.
Yeah, was there some of these lane setups? Do you think we're going to see anyone have a tough time? I mean, mid, Ember versus the Void Spirit, the actual laning, has it got a bit of an edge for no one?
I think so now. It's gotten better because of the nerfs that Void Spirit's received and Ember Spirit's not really gotten touched. I think it is better for the Ember Spirit now. Well, it used to be like 50-50. I think now Ember has like this slight advantage.
Oh, let's see first wave. No one's able to get the quick bottle out.
Yep.
I see top. I mean, you said so the importance of this game that Dyrachyo is able to get the farm. They're not able to slow him down early on. ET off lane. Are you able to do much about the Sven in the laning stage, or is Dyrachyo going to be fine?
You definitely can. It's as soon as you hit 3. You're just playing around Spirit. With Io, it's an immense amount of damage. I actually think Dyrachyo should hold the skill point. Not because I see almost every Sven in most of these lanes, you just instantly skill cleave. I think this one you might have to save the Warcry point just in case.
Oh, we're still down the bottom lane. AS Monaco Gambit getting very close to taking down Yamich. They got him pretty much a full Blade Fury and Voodoo Restoration, but between the Tango and the Fairy Fire, just enough to keep Yamich alive.
Scary lane. As soon as the Witch Doctor is level 3, I feel like it gets much more difficult for the Centaur to lane. Where usually Centaur can do really, really well in these matchups. Pantomime? Or Immersion?
Yeah, Immersion not fancying trying to trade right clicks with him. I think the spells are going to be back up for Pantomime in a second.
Very little regen up here too. Just the 2 tangos right now in Immersion.
And down bottom, I'm going to go for another attempt here. This time, Cheshire Cat is going to respond with the TP is towards the tower rather than the base. There was a lot of damage.
Should be okay. It's only level 1.
Yeah, you're right. Just brings him down to the 50 HP, so he's more than fine. He's got South ready to go, so good read from Cheshire Cat to make the call to stick in the lane.
Yeah, Mitch grabs the creep pull as well. Seneko is now 3 though, so they will have level 2 Maledict, and the next spin, Cheshire Cat is dead.
Yes.
If he does not play very far back. No one. See him aggressively running in, taking away the bounty rune away from the Void Spirit.
He's going to have this solo kill.
He got him.
He has. Yamich stepping a little too close, and with the Maledict having the extra point in, there's no chance. So Seneko, an easy first blood from there as he just walks down Yamich.
Love it. And they went Boots on Dream, first item for the Jug, so they can run down Cheshire Cat. And they have Bassi, the best item on supports in the game right now, on the Witch Doctor. So they'll always have mana to be able to go for those aggressive plays. Look at Cheshire Cat. This is not how you want to have to play as a Centaur. Not able to walk up to the creep wave at all.
Well, have Yamich come back in the mid to a helping
Cat.
hand. And
Okay, they're not going to go for the spin. They could have chased him down, but
been
Dream didn't
tempted.
want to go so far.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if they're going to be taking a lot of tower hits, and they don't know.
He misses out on 3 creeps or so, or if he did go for it too, so the trade-off isn't probably worth it.
Either way, just sort of sending a message to Cheshire Cat, telling him that he's got to be very aware how close he gets the creep wave down, especially when he's on his own. See if Yamich's return can make this lane a little better for Cheshire Cat. And again, this time they've got the setup. That's all they need, just a cast. Buy time for Dream to come in, and this bottom lane looking better and better here for the Jug.
I think this is going to prove to cause some like very big snowball effects later on. Like a Centaur, that's your front line to be able to just block the pressure versus towers, block the pressure versus invasions into your triangle and stuff like that. Him being this weak now, this early, I think it's going to be really problematic for Winstrike. They're just going to be able to commit and kill for Centaur, I mean, unlike usual. Like right now, usually you almost have like the Vanguard on most of these Centaurs in a lot of these lanes. So this is huge from Gambit. And they're doing really well in the mid lane. Top lane is also starting to, I mean, not really bully so much, but Dota2 does have to be careful whenever he is alone.
Oh, for sure, yeah. With the way those first few deaths have gone, it feels like they can't really play the lane at all now. You know, this Jug is... There's not going to be anything you could do as a Centaur and a Phoenix in the lane against him now that you've fallen a little bit behind.
No, he's actually just full out cutting wave now on Cheshire Cat. So Phoenix and Centaur, that means their game is going to be pretty crippled. So talking about that Phoenix pick also that they went for last pick, it isn't a Jug.
I mean, they could kill Cheshire Cat here. They've got Monaco set up. Dream's actually going to TP over. I mean, he's dead.
He's dead.
I mean, you see, Dream, who's even maybe seeing if he could get it without committing the Blade Fury. Will come in, of course, to make sure it's a guaranteed kill. But they're just having a beautiful time in this safe lane, this Jug.
That's really brutal. Because now also look at top. Yep. No one is seeing a little bit of weakness from the Sven when he has the Elder Titan with 2 points in aura.
As Dota2 will be out of turn with the stun. He's into the trees. He's trying to hide. Ooh, nice. A little bit of a dupe, but they've got another Remnant to chase him down. They'll have him here. One more slight in a second or a chains. That'll do it. They catch Dota2. The move is a success there from no one. As Yamich. Oh, he's absolutely dead.
Just the one hit from the DD.
That's all that's needed. As Yamich...
Can he deny himself?
No, he's not even going to try. As Yamich goes down, Monaco should fall for this as Relbal. He's got the Remnant grab. So Relbal at least able to find themselves there as a team their first kill this game. But top lane, the action continues. No one Afterlife and Immersion. They're in onto Pantomime. 6-1 here as ASM Gambit getting a lot done with this sort of early aggression.
That's exactly what their lineup wants. It's just, like they said, speed versus brute. And the speed right now is definitely winning out. And they have great invasion heroes. That's the thing I'm looking at with the Ember, with the IO Elder Titan.
He's here again. Monaco TP's, he's ready to go for another round.
He's got to hold the stun on Monaco. Just wait till he, just wait for the TP.
And there we go. I mean, he's very, very dead. With the Omni Slash, there's no chance of getting out of this top lane. They try for Afterlife. They don't quite have enough damage, though. Pantomime and Dota2. He is able to step away. This poor old Centaur, you see his net worth. It really is down in the dumps right now.
He is not going to be that tanky Centaur. He is just absolutely not going to be. He's going to get shredded because there's a lot of amplification from Gambit's lineup on top of him already being so underfarmed. They have ET Aura, they have Overcharge Amplify, and they have just overall like built-in crit and high damage that's going to be coming from the Ember Spirit because of all that amp. Yeah, this is a real rough start for Winstrike, and a really good start for Gambit, which they have not been having in like any of their games. They haven't been having like any luck. So
yeah, no, definitely
see.
Coming in and looking a lot different to what we've got used to seeing from them here in this league, as they have had a fair few rough games.
I definitely want to see some like invasion wards as soon as possible, though, like especially from Monaco, who's actually looking for a Rebel again. Deny the haste rune, beautiful. But yeah, if he can smoke and just get a ward to watch the stacks, I want to see them try to go for that soon. Because then if they see the stacks, they can contest the stacks versus the Sven very easily.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Jug can just get in, at least take the large one with the Blade Fury.
Yeah, and Dota2, he's going to have to jungle quite a bit here. So I feel like a lot of this this early game is going to be up to Rebel. His rotation, so how much he's going to be able to make with the support.
Has he got the kill here on his own, Dream? If he gets a few crits, I mean, there's one. He only needed the one. He's just getting solo kills on him. Meanwhile, in the mid, no one's diving in onto Yamich. Yamich has got to dive to get away. Top lane, they'll try and turn on towards Afterlife. Afterlife It's going to juke through the trees. Probably just needs one more ability to throw out. He's starting to salve up, though, Afterlife. Remnant's out. Isn't quite going to catch him. As he's going to continue to make Rebel and Pantomime work for this. He's into a nice little hiding space, but the creep gives up his position. The creep will still find him. Cold Feet does kick in, and they will take him down. But definitely making them work for the Afterlife. And look at this. They have moved in. They've found the large camp. They're going to be able to take this stack easily with the Flame Guard and the Blade Fury. Even at this great timing as well to pick up the remainder of the neutral items that they were waiting to drop. Cheshire Cat!
Another gift?
Oh, he's dead again! Oh, he's trying to run, but you can't run from that. There's Omni Slashes out, and Cheshire Cat 0-5-0. One of the roughest starts I feel that we've seen from an offlaner.
He's just getting completely outplayed by Gambit. And him just rushing Ring of Health, I think, actually hurt. Rather than going for boots to be able to, like, run away. Seneco's 6!
I mean, he's got it. It's an easy kill.
Oh my
Seneco 5-1-1. They're going to make the jump on him. Can Seneco get out of this? It doesn't look like he can. So Rebel able to at least take something in return, but Seneco just causing so much havoc.
Dude, Witch Doctor, I'm glad I said something about it.
I mean, it's looking really good. I mean, we were sort of in this talk the other day. So, what would you like to lane against a Centaur? I think, yeah, a Witch Doctor plus a Killer plus a Jug. Obviously, in this example,
look at mid.
It just seems to be the best way to go.
Oh, Duracho has to be very careful how he steps up there.
No.
Yeah, I'm loving it. And right now, it really feels like the game is all on Rebel's shoulders for Winstrike. He has to make so much happen as Void Spirit, and he is doing a decent job. 3-0.
We've got the chains, but not quite able to get in past the tower on him.
Oh, Yemich tries to snipe the healing ward, can't even get it with the dive, so this tower might just go down.
Oh, Pantomime. Oh, he's dead. This tower indeed cannot be defended. 11 minutes in. SM Gambit keeping that pressure high. They take the tier 1.
Speaking of keeping pressure high, an item that we don't see picked up, especially not on Ember Spirit anymore, the Drama on no one. He just wants to keep up speed, keep up pressure, just looking for any type of action. I like it. I actually really do. Even though this weird Ember Spirit item, it doesn't matter. If it can work well with this team, if they can just keep running up and set this tempo, it's not going to allow Winstrike to ever get the Sven in a position where he's ahead of Juggernaut. The fact that he's 900 behind is massive. Nice D-ward by Yamich. We'll be able to unblock those Ancients and get a D-ward himself. AA blast down bottom. They want Immersion.
Immersion. He's already ready to take Dream out of there. In fact, straight over towards mid with it found Duracho. He's going to try and run, but the cask is out. They close the gap. Duracho gets taken down. Another kill for SM Gambit.
They're setting up for the reload bottom, but so is Dream. He's coming back.
It over. Yeah, they can't kill this IO, these two.
And here comes no one. Speaking of the speed.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Rebel's still hanging around in the trees, but he's not got a lot of mana to play with.
Look at, I think Seneco's hunting Cheshire Cat. He has a Veil and level 4 Maledict. He's going to kill anybody he finds.
Oh, there's no dive. Dive's on cooldown. He might be able to force the egg.
He will.
Yeah. Now we have it. Yamich having to pop the egg. Seneco says, all right, goodbye.
No way. Okay, tip Seneko right now.
Oh, Pantomime. Oh, well, that's a free kill there for Dream. Omni slash down on the A. Yeah, this game's turning into a bit of a mess here.
Seneko is just crushing the game, honestly. His TP's bottom, his setup around the wards, just solo kills, level 7 so early. I love the Veil pickup too.
Yep.
The positioning you can actually cast it from now with the increased cast range is much nicer as these 5 position supports. Works amazing with everybody on his team too. This is going perfect. This is the best game I've seen from Gambit so far in this entire DPC, I think.
Yeah, well, just this easily, game. Easily. They've had some struggles.
It's clean.
Yeah, it's looking very, very good so far.
And now your moves are only, it's Rebel and Pantomime. They're the only ones who can really make moves around the map at all. Everyone else is just going to die if they show up at all.
And they've got 3 of them down at the bottom. Trying to make the move onto Dream, but everything's missed.
It's not easy for them, though, right? Because the Centaur is so far behind, their whole draft is just not enabled. They don't have a leading stunner anymore. Rebel has his attempts at his Aether Remnants. He has heals now, so that'll help him set it up, but it's just tough for them to get any lockdown on any of these targets. And there's an elusive target at that. Ember and Jug, it's just not easy. This is the first Centaur I've seen that actually has not been able to purchase Vanguard. He had to just go Hood. They've broken poor Cheshire.
Well, Dream, he's waiting for them on the high ground here, but they're aware of this. Duracho, he's going to want to push Dream away from at least the solo Ancients here.
Dream is so... Yasha and Maelstrom already? My God.
Yeah, I do like you went for that build-up. None of this Battle Fury rubbish in a game where they're playing as fast as they are.
No way, especially if you're with like IO and ET.
Yeah.
Like this is where ET, your aura is going to thrive. You amp up the Maelstrom.
Yep.
IO amps up the Maelstrom with spell amp and attack speed too. I think this is the perfect build. And it's all about speed. They're just looking to swing across the map. So movement speed from Yasha, Tether, drums, etc. It's perfect. It fits their lineup just exactly how they want it to. Winstrike.
Oh.
Might be able to find something here.
They get Immersion. They have outnumbered them. They've got the egg out. Immersion off to the side, but he goes down. Dream, he's just going to look to TP out with the remainder of this Blade Fury. Is he able to make it away?
He
isn't. That was a long TP,
Where
right?
did he TP?
Where he was not going back to base, I can certainly tell you that. He was trying to TP somewhere on the map, but somewhere that someone else has already been. Maybe, was it over towards mid where Afterlife had just TP'd to?
I didn't see. I just saw that it was a long TP. He made... definite big mistake, and Winstrike, they find themselves something to get them back in the game. And that's, Duracho needed that so badly.
Yeah, no one's TP's on cooldown, actually, so I don't know where he's TPing.
Panto?
See it here on the replay. Dream. Okay,
he's tier 1.
He's going to the tier 1, so that's just a little too long there.
He tried to go for the greedy play. He wanted to show back up to fight with his team when they were going for that play, but... it actually gives a huge window to Winstrike. Cheshire Cat now has Blink Dagger. Duracho is enabled a lot better now too. So now they can actually make plays that they can actually land stuns, because he does have Blink on Cheshire Cat. That was a pretty big mistake there from Gambit.
Oh, definitely losing a little bit of their momentum.
But they did see all the ults used, so I guess that means Roche. They're going to try to attempt it. No Egg, no Stampede, no Godstrike. Stampede is back up in about 5 seconds, so Winstrike might still look to fight, because they have AA Blast and they have the Blink on Cheshire Cat, so definitely an attempt possible from them. Yeah, Gambit, they'll respect it, they'll back away.
I'll see if they can catch no one.
Breaks the smoke with the Remnant through all of them. And he's also gone the Maelstrom, so there's a lot of damage that's going to be kicking off in this mid-gun from these Maelstrom procs. All amped up by that ET spirit, of course.
But as you say, they do need to keep pushing and fighting, otherwise this Sven's net worth and farm starts to get a little scary.
It can't start to. Right now, they're still in a great... They're still in a... Like, they don't need to be super forcing anything. They just have to, you know, not feed inside the fights.
I'm going to get the jump on Soneko. See if they can find anything more from this. Dream and no one are ready to go from the high ground. They're going to move it on to Cheshire Cat, drop the Omni Slash. The bounces, though, not really working in Dream's favor. Cheshire Cat's still getting low enough for no one to finish him off with the side of the fist. Duracho taking pretty much a full death fall to the face here as he'll get a kill on Soneko, but he'll go down in return for that. No one, nice dodge of the Supernova Stone with the Remnant. He's going to look to use this to continue to close the gap onto Yamich. See if we can catch him here with the chains. Yamich through the trees. There he can. No one's able to get the catch with the chains into the storm, but they turn. They grab no one. No one's going to die for his efforts. As they do at least pick up Yamich as well at the end of it all, SM Gambit. So getting that big kill, getting the Sven, still getting the cleanup, but losing a little bit themselves there. Losing no one, as no one did come out with the flashy plays to continue the aggression, but it does end up still dying.
Yeah, they still do have pretty insane burst. The beauty of AA, whenever you have any of these like spirit heroes, you're always going to have a good burst target for the one. But that was at Gambit fighting into all of Winstrike's ultimates, and they did do pretty decent, even though they did lose the one here. They defended the tower.
And keeping you know, keeping that lead down. You know, 3K lead. Sven only just behind that of the farm, the jug, and close to the BKB. Once he has that going, sure they do have physical elements, but being able to run in with the BKB, stay on some of the squishier targets with the lockdown they have between the 3 cores. It will be a little spooky when the God Strength's up.
Yeah. And the Warcry overall is going to be phenomenal into at least the physical damage, but that's also why we do see that Gambit went for all this magical mixed with those Maelstroms being brought in. Now that the ults are down, they're going to try again to start poking at this Rosh. Don't quite have vision in the area just now, though. Just a sentry placed on the low ground from Seneko.
Let's see if Winstrike make any sort of attempt around it, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. So,
no.
Slow and steady Rosh here for ASM Gambit.
Seneko gets a ward up too now, so he can guard the area. They're already pinging bottom. Dyrachyo showed himself on the wave. I think they were considering a relocate if they could get a +1 first to set it up.
And Dyrachyo, an ancient camp away pretty much from the BKB, but now we'll have to be fighting into the aegis of a very farm jug. Well, the smoke move over towards Railball. We've got the chains to set things up. Death Ward immediately put to a stop though by the Remnant. As Railball was ready, he's away.
They're hitting a big timing here, though, on ASM Gambit. They have the Aghanims now finished on the Elder Titan. I believe Dream has the Manta after the Maelstrom, and they have all this Aegis, Medallion, and Mech also on the IO. So right now, the fights, they look to be pretty complicated for Winstrike, but they have to try to find these back heroes if they can. Get on the IO, get on the Witch Doctor, and they have to play around. Honestly, playing around Afterlife might be a little bit complicated. The Sven BKB is going to be crucial. He has to be really cautious about the usage.
Radiant are scanning.
There's just overwhelming damage really coming out on the side of Gambit right now.
Seneko trying to catch it with the Stampede. They want Seneko. They're in onto him, but the heals are coming out. Mercer's in with the tether. He's able to take him out to safety. Seneko's going to be fine. Dream looking for his target. He's going to commit with the Omni Slash onto the 2 cores. Cheshire Cat gets taken down. A perfect Omni Slash there, really, to get maximum damage out onto both of them. There's out to the side, Jamich. Rooted in place here. It's not going to get any sort of chance even to get the egg off. They just cut him apart there between the Sleight Fist and the punch of the ET. There's 2 dead on Windstrikers. They try and make an aggressive move onto Seneko, but ASM Gambit, they're ready to turn it around.
And the Shadow Amulet pays off. He just goes invisible for a second and just completely breaks everything. He actually starts the fight as a Witch Doctor walking up high ground. Usually not the way that you'd assume it would happen, but nice dive from Seneko and a great fight. And that Omni Slash couldn't be more perfect. They get the stomp on 2, bounces perfectly between the 2 of them as well. And that's the first BKB. That's Dyrachyo's first showing. Not feeling too good.
And we'll see it again here, this jump. But a little too tough to take down. Not even close, really. Seneko's still at half HP after that initial attempt.
Oh, and look at these bounces.
I mean, it couldn't be any
Beautiful.
better. I feel like we're used to sort of seeing situations where maybe, you know, he didn't get all the bounces needed to take Cheshire Cat out and would have stayed on the Sven, but not the case here. Just enough to kill off Cheshire Cat and enough space to jump straight back over to Dyrachyo and get that full amount of damage out.
They don't have the usual ways that they would like to have to be able to, like, protect their team fights, protect their egg. It really is just, it's so much of this snowball effect because of Cheshire Cat. He's just so frail. It's a hood blink. You know, he doesn't have Vanguard, doesn't have any of this tankiness that he can actually stand and hold his ground, maybe eat some more of those slashes, etc. It's just tough fights. There's just so much damage from Gambit, and with this advantage, they can just keep running through. Especially just, if they can just keep forcing these BKBs from the Sven like that, this game is quickly going to become near impossible for Winstrike.
Still showing themselves mid here, Dream and Immersion. Dyrachyo, I mean, he's got the BKB and the God Strength. Does he want to try and take a fight? He doesn't. He just wants to push them away from the tower, and they'll do so. Well, they'll come with the smoke, Winstrike. See if they can get the wraparound onto the back lines, start the fight on top of the IO or the Witch Doctor, this time with a bit more firepower.
They know that Seneko has this ward up here. They pinged it earlier when he placed it. They're going to scan. They're aware of the positioning. Dream's just running in, trying to break the smoke, and he's going to.
Now it's, you know, what did Winstrike do? They're still going to try and make the jump
They're on
rattle.
Afterlife.
He's in onto the ET, but Afterlife's going to be fine. Immersion comes in with the tether. Dratcho trying to commit on towards the ET. Afterlife, he's being focused down. Can Dratcho actually finish off the kill, though? Afterlife's just going to continue to kite up this Sven. Supernova's out. They'll bring him down, but did take pretty much the full duration there, the BKB. As now Dratcho's going to be held in position. Monaco just right-clicking into him. Dream's ready to back them up with a healing ward. Now Dratcho without any BKB to rely on. He's a little bit vulnerable. Snake's able to kite him out with the invis. Dratcho goes down. As they can't quite find an easy way to get these fights going. It just takes them far too long to get some of the less important heroes in these team fights.
Yeah, they have to commit so hard for Afterlife. I think they used like the dust and the glimmer on, or the dust on him after the glimmer, but his ET spirit returned to him. So the magic immunity dispels, I think, the dust off of him. And then they have to just full commit with BKB Sven to kill just the ET. So the rest of the team just has to immediately bolt away from this super farm Juggernaut and Ember Spirit. As the Sven again, second BKB usage, not picking him up the fight that he wants. Gambit's looking good besides that one little slip up that they've had so far. All playing together as this unit, the way they've itemized too, it's all coming together at the same time. Solar Crest now on this IO, who we didn't say, but you know, Philly Stone definitely helping a lot here for this immersion IO.
Snap on him. Ooh, no one didn't quite get him with the slight chains, maybe into the trees as Railball's out. Still playing over on Winstrike's half of the map, though. There's some Gambit cutting the creep waves, making sure that all the pressure's coming in. He's now got a blink on the Sven, so Dratcho at least able to make sure he can get immediately on top of his target in the fights once he's popped the ultimate.
He does need to. He's really close to 18 as well, too, for that level 3 God Strength. Does feel like he needs every little thing he can get at this point. No one?
Just starting to sort of tease around with them here. Once the rest of the team starts to swing over with the push on the mid and the bottom.
I've been seeing this so much from these Embers too lately. He takes the, I mean, this was way earlier, but he took the absorption talent. We mentioned how they didn't have the easiest ways of breaking it. It's been relevant in all of these fights too. Dratcho, they're trying to force BKBs.
Oh, and yeah, it's going to come out. They will turn this time. They will manage to kill out Monaco. Now they're going to look to try and chase for the bigger kills. Look towards no one. Pops the slide fist, and now Afterlife's trying to start charging into them. I mean, that's the Stampede. God Strength used. They don't want to find more out of this Winstrike.
Gambit dives in.
He's up to the high ground. Does have the Supernova to rely on. So they're able to force him to use it. It will come out. Immersion's able to still get the mech off. He needs to get away from the Supernova. He's not going to be able to do so. Yamich will burn him down. Can they get more for this? They get the pull on the jug. They get the catch with the Remnant. That's going to be Dream going down. See if they can catch Afterlife and no one. The last two left alive here on ASM Gambit. The chase continues. Dratcho, he's got the stun on no one. As that's no one gone. Afterlife, he's having a TP out. And he'll only just make it away. But Winstrike turning it around here, taking down 4.
The Sven damage, jeez. Dratcho, the Imp Claw. Every little thing coming into play, like we were saying, just actually gets a good fight. Looked a little weird too with Yamich diving onto the high ground there, but gets them into a good position to get the egg on the south and gets the Sven on top of the IO.
Excellently done there by Winstrike against a team that has managed to hold the advantage. Dratcho really coming in big in that fight, making sure that he was able to go target to target and just able to sort of split ASM Gambit up enough. Snako he has got Afterlife backing him up, and it's going to be enough to cause Dratcho to just BKB and TP out of here. He knows they're coming back into the game. Doesn't want to mess around with them. Yamich also going for the TP out. They got anything to stop it? They don't. So both
they do not
actually able to make it out.
And that his BKB it literally just came up when he did TP out with it. So nice moves there from Winstrike being able to invade here. And it really is all these small things like Warcry armor coming into play in the fights too. They kill Dream before he gets Omni. If Dream gets Omni, he might kill everybody there with Afterlife because the Spirit's on top of everyone. But yeah, Winstrike impressing now these last few fights. And it's really just Dratcho starting to get this big farm, starting to get this big damage. And a DE bottom. So let's give that bottle over to our Sven. And they do have ward vision right now of the IO and the Juggernaut as well, so smoke directly to them. Monaco.
Oh. Winstrike. Oh, Dream! He's got to be quick with the reaction.
He
He is. Immediate Blade Fury jumps away, but Dracho's ready to jump in, chasing with a Blink Dagger. A Dream, he gets caught by the Hoof Stomp. They're going to be able to take him down. That's the Juggernaut gone. The rest of Gambit, and they've got to run. There's no fight to be had with Dream getting taken out at the start of it all. And Winstrike, no, they're going to continue to chase. Cheshire Cat, he's in. They've got the vision here, stun out onto Immersion. They've got the pullback as well with the Remnant. Immersion gets taken down. Afterlife. He's punching back, pretty hard, as he is able to take down Dracho. Now he's going to go over towards Yamich. Yamich also to fall, as Afterlife managing to recover what was about to be another terrible fight there for ASM Gambit, but Afterlife coming in with some heavy hits to clean up the big boys.
He hit 15 before that fight happened. He gets a 5-man spirit plus 600 damage. Warcry was still on cooldown too. He just shreds him. I think he might have had Mask of Madness active for a second too, because he hit him very hard. Afterlife maybe salvaging the game there as Dream making some pretty big slip-ups there twice now.
A few times now. And this time round, Immersion having to immediately tether away elsewhere as Relbel makes the jump on him, forcing him to react. That means, yeah, Dream left alone and caught
nice
completely.
Stun from Cheshire Cat. Yeah.
We'll see this turnaround, yeah, from Afterlife. Just coming in, Cheshire Cat just getting beaten down, and the Sully Duracho, he's trying to fight with the God Strength from the BKB, but it doesn't matter.
Mask of Madness. Yeah, he did use the mask. He was at 3 armor, so ET's just hitting him for pretty much pure damage right clicks there when he's so low down there. Oh man, bit of a slip up there. Now he's got Echo Saber too. Elder Titan level 18. Oh, love it.
What do you make of this, by the way? I mean, we see Relbel going for the Dagon scaling up this game. I mean, not something you see all the time in the Void Spirit. Is there a reason why, like, why the Dagon? I mean, there's so many items you can buy in this hero. Why Dagon this game?
Delete the IO, I guess, or just delete, even just deleting heroes in general, right? The way that they cleaned up the Jug 2 times now, maybe it does feel like they can just insta kill him. They have Ice Vortex, so it's amped. He has Kaya Sange, so it's amped. So
all right, yeah.
It's gotten buffed.
No,
sure.
for sure they've been getting these chain stuns onto the Jug, so yeah, I guess a little bit extra, 100 or so, few hundred damage, and you're going to be more guaranteed to kill the Jug during the stun. But well, let's see. I've only had it been picked up in 3 matches so far on Void Spirit. I've had a lot of matches with the hero.
Definitely a weird one.
And he's leveling it up as well, isn't he?
He's got the because he also gets the spell amp. That's right. He gets the spell amp 20. Okay. Spell amp talent.
Sure. Yeah.
He has a lot of spell amp.
It's a lot of spell amp. See, Relbel, he's away. Plays it super safe there, just double jumping back.
He's gonna TP out to his team immediately.
Yeah, I mean, their Roshan's up. They've got to fight around here. I'll have the Stampede coming out. They're going to commit with the Omni slash Strayons onto Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat always able to... He will still go down to the Maelstrom prop. They've found Immersion, though, in return. And with the Supernova out, SM Gambit, they've got to back off. Afterlife, he's chilling on the cliff right now. Be ready to come down with spider legs. Going to turn straight over towards the AA, but this time, Afterlife's not winning this fight. As Afterlife gets taken out by the Sven. But Duracho, he needs help. No one's committing in on him. Duracho trying to hold his ground and punch back, but Duracho will fall. Another buyback coming out from him as he's ready to return straight into the fight. Dream will go down. Snakeo's looking for the TP out. Will make it away in the pit. And no one. He's got a Remnant available. Stun is chasing. Further buybacks here coming out from SM Gambit. This time around it's Afterlife.
Some crazy fights, but they did force this Duracho buyback. I mean, did they force it? Duracho just did buyback, so maybe a bit of a mistake there from Winstrike. That could give a window to Gambit. If they do kill this Sven, the game could just abruptly end. That was a little weird, the way the fight kicks off. Afterlife, I think, maybe thinking that he's just an immortal beast or something, running into 4 heroes. Definitely needs to be a little bit more careful. I still want the ET to be playing around his aura a little more. Sure, he can run in and go for these punch plays, but his Jug and his Ember were still up. You want to be playing around your teammates a little bit better rather than so solo. It was a little crazy by Afterlife.
Still, of course, all this attention around the Roche pit. You can imagine Dream's going to head straight back over in 20 seconds, but Winstrike, they'll want to try and make something happen before he's back.
I also, Dream doesn't have the shard, but I've seen him now multiple times now just spin for the damage rather than straight right-clicking. So I think he would want to just get the shard, because I think I've seen him do the spin like 3-4 times now when he could just right-click the heroes. Stomp. They're actually going to smoke out.
Relbel's kind of ready for this, scouting out things. The Remnant grab onto Dream, cast out, immediately Lotus straight back to Seneko. Can SM Gambit
He has the spirit on them.
They're going to go in. A deep remnant here from no one. Maledict's Tower just on to the Centaurs. Dratcho, he's ready to come in onto the Witch Doctors. Witch Doctor, can he take it down low? But Afterlife's punching back too hard. Again, Afterlife just runs him down with Dream. Dratcho, he's out of the game for 100 seconds. No buyback now. Stun out onto the Centaur. ASM Gambit, they're ready to set up for another core. The slash is back up as Dream takes down Cheshire Cat. That's 2 cores out, and with no buyback, of course, available anymore on Dratcho. This will be a free Roshan for ASM Gambit to step back into.
Dratcho, I feel like players are they're playing a little bit too aggressive and not understand like how much damage is going to come. He didn't click Warcry, so he doesn't have 25 bonus armor, and he pops Mask of Madness. He's at 4 armor. ET and Jug just eat him.
Did he? Was it on cooldown now?
No. He just God Strength, BKB, blinked, Mask of Madness.
I mean, that's just a I mean, you'd never Mask of Madness before pressing your Warcry right in that situation.
I've seen him do it.
Just a bit of a blunder there from him.
And he's done it twice now, and he has the level 20 talent. So that his effectiveness of his plus 25 armor, you're just deleting the most important ability versus ET, I feel.
You've got to pop it. Yeah, if you're not popping it, that's just a lost fight every single time. Yeah, it's the reason why you pick the hero. Yeah.
Yeah, it's why you pick it versus the ET to counteract that whole minus armor, plus armor kind of thing. And he just didn't use, that's why you see Afterlife hitting him so hard. Because it's a 4 armor Sven, effectively, when he pops Mask. Bit of a blunder as he is dead for 30 more seconds, Gambit. Feeling a big power spike here. They also got given the free shard, of course, to the Jug. Got this Aegis. He's very happy now.
Well, let's see. They're going to lose some serious damage on the high ground here. These racks getting taken out by Dream. 10 seconds until Dratcho's back in. It's not going to be soon enough to defend mid.
Spirit just keeps scouting everybody. Look at its movement speed, too. He's been using spider legs to amp it up, so it's got hasted move speed Spirit, so he gets it on all 5 every time. Look at that damage. Yummy.
So much. Afterlife having a great time in these fights. They've really got to respect him when they're jumping in with the Sven. As yes, we've seen, he doesn't have any difficulty in turning and just fighting back on the Dratcho. And as you said, I feel like, eyes are going to be on the Sven to make sure he gets that Warcry off in the next fight.
It's plus 25 armor. It's massive, you know? He didn't take the plus 3 duration talent, which I thought maybe he would this game. It was way earlier. He took attack speed.
Sure.
But, I mean, the attack speed's probably just more valuable overall in the game. So
I think especially because they were having a pretty rough start, right? So he needed to catch up with farm. And he did, you know, for the most part. They were able to close the gap a bit, Winstrike, but losing their footing again a little bit now. As we see there, bit of a dip, but now back on track for sort of the advantage that ASM Gambit were able to build up very early this game.
Do you know what's wild, though? We were talking about how Rebels' game has to be, perfect for them to have a chance. He's 10-0-10. He's part of 20 out of 21 kills with 0 deaths on Void Spirit. It's he is doing an excellent job on Void Spirit.
There we go. We have the high ground defense here.
Stop.
They're going to have to do something. Well, losing the tier 3s. Supernova coming out. Dratcho. He's watching from the side, looking for a chance to jump in, and there it is. He's able to get in onto Dream, but merges in with the heals, and it's enough to allow Dream to get the Swift Slash and the Omni Slash out. As Dream's back in with the combo, but the Hoofstone will catch him as he comes out of the Slash. Dratcho turns to bring him down once. So that's Dream gone the first time. Dratcho having to run all the way back to base, though. A little too low to fight back. Ooh, Afterlife just comes in 2 shots the AA. As Pantherman will fall. ASM Gambit now having the space to take this bottom racks. And with a man down, no AA, there's not a fight to be had by the looks of it. Winstrike not able to push ASM Gambit back.
No, God Strength is over too, so they don't even have the damage to be able to attempt to fight back there. As some big items now picked up, a Shiva's for the Ember. I believe a Basher also on the Jug. Gambit really finding their foot in these last few fights, and Afterlife just... I love watching ET just run through and 2-shot supports. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and you're a fan of the build here. Well, they're getting the Bash on him as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like amazing, but it's a why not item versus
you do it in a game. Yeah, that you're having a good game in, right? After this Echo, chances are one of those hits to start things off could very well be a Bash.
Yeah, I think AC is probably the most appropriate item for him because he's playing versus Sven. He's got Jug, but either way, he's feeling himself. This build's gonna work anyway. He can just 2-shot people, so. And they're smoked. They're looking for the battle again. There is no egg and no God Strength still for 20 seconds. If they find this fight, Winstrike is going to get demolished. Rebel?
He's away, no one. He's going to find the rest of the team here. Dream's going to be brought in by Immersion. They'll look towards Duracho, but Duracho...
Bash?
Oh, it's there.
There it is.
That's it. They're in, and Duracho's got no escape now. And now he's dead again for 90 seconds. No buyback on Duracho. They'll be able to push down another lane. As his buyback, not only is short money, but it is still cooldown for a minute.
Rebel?
Going to try and burst Immersion, and with the Dagon, we'll be able to do so. So Immersion gets brought down. Dream and No One will probably take some kills in return, though, for this, as Cheshire Cat falls. Death Thwart down onto Pantomime. There's 2 more dead on Winstrike. SM Gambit, they can continue to just push in now. There's a buyback available on Cheshire Cat. But now AA down as well as the Sven for a minute, with neither having a way to get back into the game.
Is Rebel going to lose the game with 0 deaths on Void Spirit? He's 10-0 and 11. He's just not dying in any of these fights anyway, but he's not able to push them away from him or do enough for his team because of these few slip-ups from the Sven. He actually has played like the perfect Void.
I mean, that's, yeah, do we ever see
21 of 22 kills with 0 deaths.
Yeah.
He's part of all of their kills besides 1. It's a remarkable
and he's about to probably lose. Yeah, that feels kind of bad. I think that's one of the games where as the mid laner you're probably justified to sort of say team.
Team.
Dream. Dream. Oh, it's a good jump. Have they got the burst? They do.
They do.
That's Dream gone. Ice Bar's coming in as well onto the back lines. So SM Gambit, they've got to back off. See if Rebel can catch anything more. He's going to look over towards Half-Life. Half-Life force back in. He's ready to go for the BKB. Tries to fight. Going to go for the TP out after the Magic Community gets brought back in from the Ags.
They'll catch Dream again.
So they defend. Tier 3 still up in the top lane. They're able to push him back in time.
They do get the chain stun pretty nicely a couple of times now here on the side of Winstrike. They are getting the Jug, but it's not just the Jug who's the problem. It's the overall team.
We've got that the Timeless Relic as well, ready for Rebel. So more Spell Amp. More Spell Amp. The Dagon build paying off. As No One. And he's got the BKB, so we'll manage to make it out of there. They're going to be able to blink and chase this. Doesn't look like it, so no one's out.
He's got the Arcane Rune too, so he's going to be able to toy with them a bit to stop any pressure or push. God Strength will be down soon, and Jug will be back up. So Gambit will have a bit of a window when he is respawning versus this Winstrike team, who has used most of their ultimates. Rebel can still do a lot of work. He's got, 25, he's got this Dagon, he's got all this Spell Amp.
Rebel, he's got the setup on Suneko. Straight over he goes. He's found the Witch Doctor with the burst of the Dagon. Suneko falls.
Do you see how much damage it's doing? 1160 without the Ice Vortex from the AA. It's actually pretty absurd how much damage it's going to be doing just with the Dagon.
It's working. The Dagon build's certainly working here for Rebel.
For him, yes.
And he's starting to build up the money next. Well, we'll see where he goes. He's still got slots to play with. He's holding onto a bottle. He's holding onto a gem.
Give me the E-Blade. Actually, you know, Refresher might just be more suitable because of his all spell kit, but...
Yeah, or Octarine, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he just goes for those. I mean, we'll see if he's able to get to that. It's Cheshire Cat he's found.
He's gonna be fine here with the Stampede. Rebel already looking for a jump to make.
He can still assassinate the support, like an AA blast, and the supports are dead every single time from Rebel. Rebel? Astral Step. He's scouted this time.
And he's out of steps. He's got to simulate in a second. But they're going to get the stun straight on the way down.
He
the
does die
first time he dies here. A lot of money for Dream, of course, because of that. A big bonus for finally taking down the Deathless Void Spirit.
And a gem also gets dropped too from his death because he was carrying that the whole time. Does have buyback, but does not want to have to be forced to use it here. Winstrike does have to be cautious with their positioning. Lanes will eventually start pushing into the side of Winstrike pretty soon too. So at Gambit, they are kind of looking for the fight, but they're a bit split up right now. Winstrike, the scan actually catches Winstrike on the high ground.
Dream's going to run into this. He's got the Blade Fury in time. Turns his attention over towards Cheshire Cat. No one coming in from the side. Rebel's ready to try and turn things around, though. Straight into the river they jump, looking towards Afterlife. Afterlife is going to get burst down there by the Dagon. Rebel gets the kill. Over towards Dream. Setups here with the Yules into the Supernova. Follow-up Who Stomp. Cheshire Cat's able to get the jump. Dream's dead for sure.
Got him again.
As Dream goes down, they've got to run SM Gambit, but they're not going to be able to do so. Immersion tethers over towards No One. Jump forward from the Sven. Still going to continue chasing though, Seneko. Going to try and slow them down with the cask. And the Maledict, Cheshire Cat's in. They've found Seneko. Seneko trying to run, but the dust is out. Seneko's going to get chased down by the stun. He'll fall over to the side. They've got the set up. The Remnant controls there onto no one. No one still with the BKB available. With the Remnant away, they'll jump up to the safety of the high ground. Are they going to be able to chase? They won't. They'll hold back for now here.
But Roshan 10. These deaths are unbelievably costly. They're actually going to relocate to the base to try to force some reaction here. Try to get anything from the side of Winstrike. Because, yeah, Roche is back up in 2 seconds. And
top immersion and no one.
He's dead.
Oh,
and now no one is going to die, too.
Oh, that ice blast as well. Oh, that was close.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Yeah, he actually survives.
Oh, my. What is going on here? I'd say this game's getting a little messy.
Very messy. Dream is just dying by himself over and over and over again, I feel like, to 2 or 3 heroes on the side of Winstrike. And now Roche.
That's an easy Roche here for Winstrike.
And that's the refresher shard. So you know what, Rebel? He's got a free one if he wants to grab that for himself for more damage.
There we go. Easy Roche shot. I just don't
I didn't expect to say it would go on to Winstrike, but they get it.
They've got it. I mean, it's only a 3K difference right now here, 45 minutes, 34 to 28. I mean, they are down 2 sets of racks, but I mean, this game feels very easily losable for SM Gambit, with the way things are going. It's been up and down, as you can see, throughout the last bit of this, the action that we've been seeing here. Like, SM Gambit, they've got to tighten things up. If they continue to make moves like this, Winstrike, they'll take the win.
They absolutely will. I mean, this Sven is actually so strong. He's 25 also. So they have multiple level 25 cores now. He's got all of his items online to be able to one-shot or kill heroes in one stun combo, particularly the Jug that we've seen multiple times. Yeah, Gambit have totally thrown away their lead. Even though they have Rax advantage, these fights are not going to look easy for them now.
Gambit's got to be careful. Winstrike. Rebel's ready to make the jump. Dream, he can't afford to be the one that gets jumped to the front lines anymore.
No, definitely not. Yamich also having the double egg because they gave him the refresher shard. No one. They have a ward on top of him.
What's he doing? I mean, he wasn't ready, I guess, for that at all. Didn't expect them to be around here. I guess, sees the AA, assumes what AA is on his own.
I guess. It was a nice play from Duracho. He blinked literally directly on top of him. So the stun was like...
I mean, they're pushing the high ground now.
Very tough to actually dodge. And yeah, Duracho.
It's a lot of damage here with the Death Ward. Yeah, he's got to be a little careful. And the Omni onto the side. And Yamich has still got the Supernova. Dream's going to try and commit onwards. Good bash to stop the dive, so they will manage to kill off Yamich.
Duracho's too low to fight, too. The Maledict put him down to 700 HP. Bottom wave heavily pushing it with double catapults. They do have to back away. All right, Gambit, are they going to be able to make a play back to catch anything here? They do have the Ninja Gear Jug looking for an opportunity. What a wild game.
All over the place, this one. And less than a 1K lead. We're pretty much even in net worth right now. There's no telling which way this is going to go. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, if you're sort of to consider the past results, I mean, maybe we are just seeing again here for SM Gambit some of the issues that they've struggled with in their other series, where even when they have such a great start, they just sort of falter in the later stages of the game. As
I don't know if they let their foot off the pedal or something like that. Now Afterlife also just getting caught. Rebel just assassinating him, and they just bought out on the ET. He just bought a Blink Dagger. So look at his inventory. It looks awkward now on the ET. He's got Blink, Hyperstone, a Basher. I think Gambit may have gotten just a little bit too chilled out with this game because of how comfortable and how great the lead was.
Yeah, they had a great start. But yeah, it seems to be a bit of a distant dream now.
No one. He's playing more careful now. He's got the Aeon Disc locked in his bag, so if he does get jumped this next time, should be able to survive, setting up a defensive remnant as well, being a little bit more careful. I think he knows there's a ward now there too, or he should know, because the way they did jump him. Rebel, still looking for the assassination.
He is, yeah. No one's got to play very careful.
He has a 7,000 gold now on Void Spirit too.
Dracho will be forced to BKB. No one, he's going to try and chase. He's going to try and chase. They get the opening stun. They remove the Remnant. No one, he's able to get that Eon disc assembled, as you said. Assembles it in time, so he's going to be backed up now by Immersion. They're going to continue to try and keep this fight going, but they're diving in with the Supernova. As they can't take down his egg, they've got to get back from this. No one's had to buy back. Cheshire Cat's in with the stun. They'll take him out with the tether. Relocate saves him, but he's back in the front lines in a second. X ready to go. Dream's dead. Immersion as well. Even with the buyback there for no one, they can't turn it. As the refresher shard coming in big there for Yamich, getting 2 excellent Supernovas off that forced the whole area to be somewhere impossible for ASM Gambit to take a team fight into.
And Immersion, he was trying to just heal up the jug because he was getting chased out, and it actually ends up tethering him and relocating back into the midst of the fight. Winstrike are now just in the lead of this fight. It really feels like over and over again.
It's 4K advantage, and as you say, you know, Railboy just sort of laughing all the way to the bank here with how much good money he's got. He did, but what did he spend it up on? He just, was it BKB? Did he play it safe?
It is a BKB.
Playing it safe.
Yeah, he's staying safe.
I like it.
Dude, look how, I mean, he's actually having just such a spectacular game. Like, I can't actually believe this. Level 28, about to hit 29. 16, 114. He's still part of 30 of 33 kills.
Yeah, this is wild stuff for the Void Spirit. It's one of those games where, like, it's like he deserves to win. You know, he's played that well, Rebel.
Yeah.
You know, he has done so much this game. That's has been incredible. As this fight,
the only reason they even killed Deracho is because of the buyback from no one. So it's a costly kill just to get the Sven, who's going to be respawning as well himself soon. Yeah,
it's not like ASM Gambit are able to push anything in whilst he's dead, with them losing Immersion and Dream themselves.
And now they'll even claim the outpost themselves, the secondary one, so they deny any vision, any little bit of experience toward the way of ASM Gambit. No Lotus Orbs, right? That's the thing
we have Lotus on Winstrike.
On the Centaur, right? Yeah, he's had it earlier for the Omni, but...
A couple of wins. Yeah, Yamich has got one as well.
Okay. They're missing one on Gambit. Like, they need one to be able to just reflect these stuns in particular, just any type of little things as well. They need more buff ups for Dream, it seems. Sure, he's got, like, the Glimmer, he's got the Mech and Solar, but definitely looking like he's needing Lotus. From the way that they're playing, too, they're just being very risky the way they've run him in. He's just getting chain stunned.
No Cheshire Cat. They don't want to go on him. He's got a cheese ready to pop.
And he's level 25 also on Cheshire Cat now too. So they've already done a great job of doing these like AoE stuns, like controlling the jug. Now they have an extra second on the hoof stomp, and he has an Aghanims too for damage reduction. The fight's looking quite difficult, quite complicated. They're setting themselves up together though. They want to just get this push started. Aegis is gone.
Let's see what they can get done up here on this push.
Let's see.
I've been very cautious about it though. I don't want to go straight for a high ground attempt.
Nope. Egg also, or Phoenix, now also 25. So all these supports, everybody on the side of Winstrike really starting to hit that 25. Even AA about to.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. I guess we are 52 minutes in, but yeah, still in comparison.
We are 52 minutes, yeah.
Seeing some great levels on Winstrike. I mean, mainly off the back of those last few times where they've been able to kill off these cores.
And now you see the Afterlife has gone back for the more sensible approach. You know, the Basher was cheeky. It worked like getting them like a 1 kill or 2, but he knows he needs AC. Like, it's just the better build with the Juggernaut with his team. He's trying to build up toward that.
It's going to be hard fights to take. We saw what Yamich was able to do with the Refresher Shard last fight. Now he's got a Refresher Orb, so he's going to have the double egg.
Yep.
They couldn't deal with it last time.
He scouted all 5. The Spirit hit every single one. They should be 100% aware of this on the side of Gambit.
And Afterlife.
Afterlife.
He's going to be fine. As the Spirit comes back in Immersion, though, he's going to get jumped. He has to tether over towards Dream. Gonna have to chase here. They'll look to move in with the Supernova. Immersion will manage to relocate out in time. Dream's going to get left behind, though, here. Have they got the stun? They do. The Dissimilate stun's in. They've got enough chain control, they don't, but they've got the Lotus out. Swiss Slash, but he's now got the Omni Slash good to go. Over he goes, over towards the center. Cheshire Cat getting low here, but Dream falls. He's out of the game. Dracho now turns his attention over towards Afterlife. Afterlife, he's trying to run. He's into the trees with Cheshire Cat and Dracho trying to chase him down. The paralyzing cast causing issues, though. No one's bought time to dump back in. Straight over towards Dracho. Dracho does go down. So will Cheshire Cat here. They're going to be able to get the cleanup. This time round, ASM Gambit will find that team fight. And they take down all 5 members of Winstrike.
And I was worried for a second, too, because Dream had actually spent his buyback before the fight, so he didn't have it, but somehow they're able to take it with just the rest of them surviving. Immersion lives the entirety of the fight.
Yeah.
This IO just pumping out heals, Afterlife just pumping out the cleave damage, everyone all amped up.
I say this could be a pretty big window to maybe even close the game up for ASM Gambit. They are down Dream, but there's no buyback on the supports. Phoenix and AA won't be able to turn up for the defense here. We'll see how much they want to try and push it. Last set of racks it, as they could be eyeing up the mega creeps now, ASM Gambit.
This is such a wild game.
I know they're
that's gonna be
easily going to be able to find these racks here with the damage. There's going to be a buyback coming out. Actually, that buyback's going to spook them enough to stop pushing with the megas. Astracho's ready to chase with the help of Rebel. Rebel's in with the Dissimulate. No, he's actually going to back off. Doesn't want to continue to commit into the 4 of them. As ASM Gambit, they'll be happy with that. Forcing out a buyback and playing it safe. Not sticking around longer than they need to. Roshan is up, of course, so safe objectives available for them to try for.
They should scout it. One of them should have something in there. They're going to have the Jug respawning shortly. They're still continuing to force the issue top, but I feel like one of them should go back for this Roche really soon. And they're starting to ping it out.
No one's still sticking around. He wants the megas.
Dream was pinging Roche. No one just wanted to go in a little bit harder. Just try to force more. He will refill, come back, has 8,000 gold, so he can buy his own refresher himself, so he can have, what, 5-10 remnants?
Yeah.
Inside of the fight.
We're going to have some big items here. I mean, who's taking the Ags? I guess all the cores have already got theirs. Maybe
give it an Echo.
Give it an Echo. You know, he's been dropping some great death wards. Who's taking what here? Refresher shard help by now for Dream. And yeah, they're giving Snakos into the pit. He'll grab that. Lovely stuff here. As that death ward's certainly going to cause issues. If he's able to get it off for a good duration in the team fight.
Oh.
And the 25, the death ward damage.
And that might also cause some issues too. There's a heart on the IO. That is an insane amount of regen now that he's going to be pumping out to his teammates, and it's going to be way harder for them to focus him. And he's got a cheese also for the secondary build-up. This Minotaur horn we've seen too a couple times saving his life.
I mean, you know, they're 22k up now. They've just killed Roche. They should have everything required to close the game. I say that, though, Afterlife's in trouble. He goes down.
Egg.
They're over towards Immersion. The egg will get killed off. Immersion's still alive for now. It's a long death ward, though, coming out for Sneko.
So
Cheshire Cat's
tanky.
trying to find him. Dracho's getting Omni Slash. He's going to die. Dracho's down. So's Yamage. Cheshire Cat also in trouble. He can't run. 3 dead. No buyback. Make that 4. ASM Gambit. They'll finally be able to close it up here as they move on to the tier 4s. GG is called. It took a lot of effort from them here. Winstrike able to really give them some excellent fight right up until this 56-minute mark. But at the end of it all,